Parsley is packed with flavor and nutrients. It also attracts some of my favorite beneficial insects. Growing it is easy. Learn how to go from seed to harvest with these tips. I'm Angela from Growing in the Garden. My garden is in Mesa, Arizona. I want to help you succeed even if you're gardening in tough conditions. First, a little bit about parsley. It's a biennial, but in hot climates especially, it often flowers and sets seed in its first year. It's in the same family as fennel, cilantro, dill, and carrots. They have umbel flowers that the beneficial insects love, hollow stems, and deep taproots. Depending on your climate, parsley can be planted in the spring or fall. In cold winter climates, plant transplants or seeds after your last spring frost. In mild winter climates, you can plant from fall through early spring. Here in the low desert, plant from October through early spring. Be patient when you're planting. It can take 3 to 4 weeks for these seedlings to emerge. Plant seeds about 1/4 inch deep. I like to plant 1 per square. Keep the seeds hydrated until they germinate. Don't want to wait? Look for parsley transplants, but choose young, small plants. That's because parsley is a part of the carrot family and develops a long taproot. If you're using transplants, handle that root carefully and plant with care. That will help it from bolting prematurely. There are 2 main types, flatleaf or Italian parsley. These plants have flatter leaves, more flavor, and the plants get large, up to 3 feet tall and 2 feet wide. Curly parsley. You may have seen this type used as a garnish. The flavor is similar to, but less intense than the flatleaf varieties. This type grows closer to the ground and is usually about 6 to 18 inches tall. It can also grow in containers, but because of that long taproot, use containers that are at least 12 inches deep. Parsley prefers full sun, especially in cooler climates. But as temperatures rise, parsley is going to be happiest in the shade if you live in a hot summer climate. It does best with rich, well-draining soil. Amend the planting area with compost before planting. It likes plenty of moisture, so don't let the plant dry out. Keep your parsley harvested if you don't want it to bolt. Begin harvesting when the plants have at least 3 or 4 segments. You can start harvesting by taking a couple of those outer leaves. Once the plant is established and nice and full, you can top the entire plant and it will regrow. Cutting the inner portion helps keep it from flowering, and the more you harvest, the more it will grow. Don't be shy about harvesting. I cut this plant back about a month ago and it's already regrown. Use harvested parsley right away or store it in a jar of water and it stays fresh for about a week. For the most flavor and color, add it towards the end of cooking. The flavor is best fresh, but you can also preserve it by freeze drying or freezing. If you've only ever had dehydrated parsley, you have no idea how much flavor you're missing. This plant has bolted, but if yours doesn't bolt the first year, know that the greens of second-year plants are more bitter and not as good. So if you're growing it for the leaves, plant a new plant each year. Look at this plant. This is a bolted parsley. It formed a flower stalk in the middle, and now it's developing all of these amazing umbel flowers all over the plant. Beneficial insects love this. You'll see tons all over the flowers. So many beneficials love this plant, including the larvae of swallowtail butterflies. These flowers develop into seeds, and the lesser goldfinch, those beautiful little yellow birds, love to eat the seeds. They are a welcome part of my garden because those birds also eat other bugs. If your goal is to have an organic garden and attract beneficial insects, parsley can play an important part in that. When you grow parsley, you get to enjoy the leaves and the pollinators.